Good afternoon, Winnacunnet.
We hope you had a great Halloween.
Does everyone in the world celebrate Halloween?
No, I don't think so, but I know that Ireland does. In fact, I just talked to an Irish student. This week, 10 Irish students shadowed students at Winnacunnet. This program that we participate in every year is called Friends Forever. The goal of this is to make better relations between the Catholic and Protestant faith in Northern Ireland. Interact hosted these students for the day. They did some fun activities like decorating pumpkins and a tour of Applecrest Farms. Unfortunately, they're gone now, but more students will be back next year.
Oh wow! Well, I found out they don't really surf much in Ireland, so that should give us a better appreciation of the waves we have here in Hampton. Let's take a look at that piece you and Connor did on the local surfers around the seacoast.
Hey Connor, what are those guys over there doing?
Oh, they're surfing.
Oh, I wish I knew how to surf.
Good thing there's a lot of local surfers that can tell you all about it.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
So I got into it just because I was skimboarding a lot and I saw other surfers out there in the water, and I thought it looked fun, cool, so I decided to get into it. Took my first surf lesson here with my mom and we learned, and I got hooked on it right from the start.
I've been surfing for 20 years now. My dad was a surfer growing up, so he got me into it when I was young.
I've been surfing for about 8 years now. I started getting into it. I actually had a good family friend of mine brought me down to the beach at Genesee Beach and pushed me into a wave right around when I was, 12 years old. And
I love working here. It's a laid-back environment. We're all friends. It's like a big family here, and it's super fun.
Yeah, I've been working here for a while now. It's cool to be around the industry, in the industry, because you're just always on the cusp of whatever's new and what's cool, what's going on.
Many people believe surfing is hard to start doing if you're older, but according to Corey and Carter, it's not as hard to get into as you think.
So when you're getting into surfing, you definitely want to start with a surf lesson. So maybe coming to the surf shop, getting a one-on-one lesson, learning the basics, learning the rules of surfing, and that's how to get into it for sure.
Tips for people getting into it, don't be scared to just dive right in. Some people just don't want to be embarrassed. They're like, no, I don't want to go do it. Just throw caution to the wind and just get out there.
if you're getting into surfing, you're starting to do it, your best option is come down here, sign up for a lesson, get an instructor, they'll run you through it, teach you the basics.
Seacoast, so you definitely have to look at the surf forecast. We don't have waves very often, so you have to look at the forecast, see when the storms are, and that's when we get the good waves. So you have to wait a lot, waiting for the storms to come, and then you get to surf.
Surfers around here will know that summertime is pretty dead. There's no waves really, but fall, winter gets pretty good.
The waves around here are pretty good. We got a short coastline, so there's a lot of places you can surf up and down the coastline. There's a lot of rock breaks, so it's good. The waves normally get good when the water gets cold, spring, fall, winter. That's when the swells normally start to come.
Surfing is a big thing here in Hampton. Now you've learned it's not as hard as you think. If you want to start surfing, head down to one of the local surf shops and they can get you started.
Wow, that was cool. I wish I could surf like that.
Me too. I try to surf sometimes, but I'll probably be skiing a lot this summer rather than surfing.
I wish there was a ski team.
Actually, there is. The ski team, along with 4 other sports, are now available to Winnacunnet students. The school board recently voted 4-1 to add alpine skiing, cross-country skiing, girls ice hockey, and bowling to the list of winter sports, as well as boys volleyball for the coming spring.
I think it's awesome that we have so much talent in the school, that we even made more sports teams.
I wonder where we get all that talent from.
Well, our parents have a lot of talents that can influence us.
Just like that parent function.
Alexis, I think algebra is still on your mind. For some reason, don't you mean parent band?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. Well, Matt and I thought it would be cool to do a feature on this band. Roll it.
If your parents were all in a band together, how would you feel? Would that finally make parents cool, or would it chronically embarrass you? Parker Kirby, Alden Hart, and Luke Granger, fellow Warriors, all know what it's like to have cool parents in a rock band named Throwback the Wall. Let's check it out.
So our mom is the lead singer of the band, and she also plays tambourine.
My dad is Rafe Granger. He plays the guitar, and he also sings when it's his turn for a solo on a song.
My dad's Andrew Hart. He goes hard on the electric guitar. This is the soul and heart of the band.
I think it's pretty cool to have our mom in a band, you know, like I just sort of support her in anything that she wants to do, you know, she has fun with it and she enjoys it.
It was a shock when my dad told me he was going to be in a band, but it's Rafe and he has a lot of weird things. At one point he used to podcast, so it's nothing new for me.
We have some kids in, you know, my grade, Hannah's grade, that like to come to the concerts and, you know, support them, and I think it's cool.
I just really enjoy them. And there was one last weekend that you were at, and it was really cold, but it was so fun, and we had a little fire while they were singing. So.
It's a good time to, you know, hang out with the boys.
Chill sesh.
If you got nothing else to do, you should come through.
Swing by, yeah.
Just the whole atmosphere is pretty electric, and it's fun to be at their concerts.
Now, I love live music, so I had to see these guys live, whether they lived up to the hype or not. Luckily, I caught a show this year.
So we got started because I bumped into Andy's wife in the guitar center where I was learning to play guitar. Mrs. Hart said to me, "Hey, Andy plays guitar. You ought to go check it out." So the three of us jamming out in the basement, and Andy can play. He has, like I said, he's the man with 20 songs in his back pocket. Eric plays every instrument, and we decided, well, we need a lead singer. So Kimberly entered the scene.
It is a rush, for sure, 100% rush. And we screw up live. We're very fallible. That's kind of part of being live. You just got to keep going.
We play mostly 80s, 90s rock for people that grew up when we grew up. We have a lot of fun with each other because we all get along great, and hopefully the audience has fun too.
Our original name was the Lost 45s, the thought being that these were songs that were kind of lost in the old days when record albums existed. We've changed our name to Throwback the Wall. The Throwback Brewery was important because they have really good food. And then, of course, the Wall, which is located in Hampton, is important to us. And then we came up with the name Throwback the Wall.
It's like being in a pocket of fun, and then you hear Liam thumping on the bass, and then it fills it out. And then I look and I see Eric, and he's on the hi-hat being like, and it's just, it's awesome. And then especially when Kimberly sings some songs you'll hear coming up.
Would I want to fill their shoes? No. Hard pass.
I'm on the same boat.
Well, I've actually definitely thought about starting a band. Music is something I really enjoy, and so like if other people could sort of share that with me, getting to learn that instrument and all of that coming together, vocals, instrument, and the process of learning songs and, you know, being with other people enjoying making music, I think would be really cool, like personally.
Maybe a rap group? Would you want to form a rap group? That'd be pretty dope.
Twould.
People would check that out.
I've had a great time seeing the WHS parent band live, Throwback the Wall. Hopefully we'll see more of these guys in the future. Who says you're told to be a rock star? For WHS, I'm Matt Fiorentini. See you next time.
Wow, our parents can have a lot of musical talent.
Not only can our parents sing, the chamber singers earned a gold rating at the Voices of the 603 Acapella Festival last Friday in Concord. 6 high school groups performed in the evening concert, and Winnicott was one of the only 2 schools to earn a gold rating. Excuse me?
I could believe it. Man, all this talk about music is inspiring me a bit to make my own music.
I'm getting that same vibe, Alexis. You know what? We should totally drop a collab album.
I wouldn't even know where to start. And there's probably a ton of good ones that came out this year.
We should ask Matt. He never shuts up about new albums that come out. And The Weeknd.
That's true. He did go out of his way to make an entire story on albums. Should we show it?
Might as well.
Music is a part of our everyday life, and just like how we get excited when new movies or TV shows come out, we anticipate album releases from our favorite artists. I wanted to get a closer look at albums, and also how us as teenagers consume new music.
I would say best album of the year is probably Perfect Timing by Nav, my jam.
It's Project Baby 2 by Kodak Black.
Project Baby 2.
American Teen, Khaled or Khalid, however you say it.
Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
Damn.
Damn by Kendrick Lamar, or 444 by Jay-Z.
444 by Jay-Z.
You Will Regret by Ski Master Slum God. The Booty Tape by Ugly God.
I'm gonna have to say 17 by XXXTentacion.
I mean, you got X. X is just great. Anything from X is just incredible. I can't stop talking about X, you know?
Love is Rage 2. Lil Uzi Vert.
Dame Dollar, Confirmed.
Hendrix by Future.
Big Fish Theory by Vince Staples.
My favorite album was Moana, Original Motion Picture Soundtrack, Deluxe Edition.
Mr. Davis by Gucci.
There's Really a Wolf by Russ.
There's Really a Wolf by Russ.
I'm just gonna show you this picture. No further.
Nowadays in music, the traditional notion of making a record and releasing music on a physical vinyl has changed, and more so we see artists who give out music on a digital platform. I had to find out what the overarching process of making an album entailed.
There's a lot of steps possible to it. If you already have a song you want to write, you can find someone to perform it for you. To make a record, you'll have to either write your own song or find someone to write it for you. Nowadays, young people have the technology right in their own home to make their own recordings. The trick is making sure you protect your rights, having your work copyrighted so that someone doesn't just take your work and copy it. If you're looking to make a CD out of it, which isn't done as much anymore, finding someone to produce your record, pay for the cost of producing the record, marketing it, putting it out in stores. Nowadays, most of that's done through streaming, through iTunes, SoundCloud. There are ways to get your work out there that way. I did have one friend who she wrote her own songs, recorded her own music, and all she did with her music was she created a MySpace page, put her music out there, and a talent scout for a record label found her on MySpace and contacted her and hired her to record a record, and then they produced the record for her, and that started her career.
Lastly, I wanted to convey some of my own opinions on our generation's music and give my top 10 albums of the year so far, along with one of Winnicott's own musically talented Parker Kirby. Fred Julian by Daniel Caesar.
My number 10 is Harry Styles by Harry Styles.
9, Perfect Timing by Nav and Metro Boomin.
Divide by Ed Sheeran.
Number 8, Good For You by Amine. I know this is on your list too.
Digital Drug Lord by Black Bear.
I'll be true to self, Bryson Tiller. I've been a Bryson Tiller fan since he dropped his first project.
My number 7, Control by SZA.
Right. SZA, yeah. Yeah, I heard a couple tracks on it, one with like Travis Scott, but
yeah.
Love Galore.
That's a great song.
Still Striving by A$AP Ferg.
I Have More Life. I know you put that higher.
Number 5, Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, at number 5, I have Culture.
There's Really a Wolf by Russ.
If I could have 11, he'd be the 11th. But my number 4 was Good For You. Amine.
American Teen by Khalid.
It's American Teen as well.
We agree
on love this song.
More Life by Drake.
444 by Jay-Z.
My number 1 album of 2017, Love is Rage 2 by Lil Uzi Vert.
My number 1, Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Love for Ghostwriters.
Did you agree with either of our lists? Let us know. We love to talk music. But for now, that's going to do it for this week, Warriors. For WHTV, I'm Matt Fiorentini.
That was interesting.
Yeah, all those people don't know what they're talking about. Kids WAP killed it this year.
Okay, Alexis. On that note, I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
Have a great day, Winnicott. We'll see you next week.